Was sitting here smoking a cigarette, doing nothing. You look like a boss.
Well, you got that right.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 plot inconsistencies in And Just Like That.
Excuse me, sir. I know this sounds ridiculous, but can you tell me which way is West Broadway?
Give me your bag.
What?
Your bag.
For this list, we're looking at plot holes and discrepancies from the revival that contradict scenes, moments, or character developments from the earlier parts of the Sex and the City franchise. And of course, if you haven't watched the whole season yet, consider this your spoiler alert. Did we leave any holes in our findings? What inconsistencies did you spot? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Miranda forgets about her fight with Carrie. In one of Sex and the City's more infamous scenes, Aiden, instead of Carrie, comes to Miranda's rescue after she strains her neck.
Carrie? Carrie?
No, it's Aiden. Carrie sent me.
No.
Fans were outraged over Carrie's lack of sensitivity and for not being there for her friend in her time of need. Of course, no one was more upset than Miranda, who decided to let her friend have it.
If you fell or something, I would never send my boyfriend to help you. And yes, I know, I don't have a boyfriend.
Fast forward to And Just Like That, and this time it's Carrie who needs Miranda's help while she's recovering from surgery. But where's Miranda? Oh yes, in the kitchen with Jay. To be fair, 20 years have passed since Miranda was pinned to her bathroom floor in agony.
You said you would be here for me, and you weren't. I was alone.
Or maybe this was just payback? Who knows? Number 9. Charlotte's changed her tune. Charlotte's always been painted as a Park Avenue princess and the prude of her friendship group, sometimes even unfairly.
Stop it. Why do you always have to talk about sex like that?
Because I can.
Okay, girls, simmer down. Mommy hasn't had her caffeine yet. I can't take this anymore.
But according to showrunner Michael Patrick King, she's actually the most at ease in the bedroom. At least that would explain how she went from claiming to hate certain activities to willingly getting on her knees in the revival.
As long as you're down there.
Yeah.
You want to maybe seal the deal?
Do you think we have time?
Yeah, there's time.
Okay.
We'd even accept if they told us that her openness was a result of how comfortable she feels with Harry. But in this season 1 episode from Sex and the City, she seems pretty adamant that she's never gonna change her mind.
You'll get used to it.
No, I won't. I never have.
And to be honest, that wasn't the biggest talking point of this scene anyway. Number 8. Carrie's apartment's major transformation. After Big stands Carrie up at their wedding, she moves back into her single gal apartment. Looking for a fresh start, she decides to spruce up the place, starting with a fresh lick of paint.
Language, please. This is a grown-up apartment now.
The turquoise walls are still intact in the second movie. Of course, the iconic apartment features in the new series, with Carrie choosing to move back to her old life.
And just like that, I walked myself home.
We see that at some point over the years, she's redecorated once again. We accept that tastes change over time, but can someone explain to us how her apartment seemed to have gotten bigger? If anyone knows of any contractors who can make an apartment double in size, please let us know in the comments.
We're getting married?
We're getting married. Should we get you a diamond?
No. Just get me a really big closet.
Number 7. Remember the busboy? It's not unheard of for actors to play different characters in the same series or even movie, and clearly we're just expected to suspend our disbelief, which is sometimes easier said than done.
You okay?
Thank you. You're very sweet. I'm not usually like this.
Eagle-eyed viewers may recognize Ajay Mehta from the original series. In Season 2, he plays a busboy who comes on to Samantha when she's feeling particularly alone.
You take me home. You're not alone.
Cut to And Just Like That, and now he's Seema's dad, urging Carrie to dish on his daughter's love life.
So, Carrie, tell, is it him or us?
Oh, no, it's not you. You are both wonderful.
If the actor is in his 80s, as is reported online, then it's totally legit that he could have a 53-year-old daughter. But even so, we can't quite get the image of him and Samantha out of our heads. Number 6. And just like that, another actor returns. Mehta wasn't the only Sex and the City alum to return as a different character in the revival. In episode 9, we're introduced to Zed during his flirty interaction with Seema.
I noticed that. Is it any good?
the hottest club in Brooklyn.
Says you.
He's played by William Abadi, whom you might recognize from Emily in Paris. But were you one of the fans who also remembered him from season 6 of the OG series? He plays Tony, a sales associate at the Prada store. Carrie clearly knew Tony well enough to ask about his girlfriend, introduce him to Berger.
Oh, I found my customers with this beautiful, yeah?
Oh, Tony, this is my boyfriend, Jack Berger.
Hey, how are you? Oh, okay. Oh, 2. Bonus round, I'm down with that.
And sort of set him up with Charlotte.
So, Carrie, do you know any fantastic, gorgeous single woman like yourself I could go out with?
Sure, almost 2 decades have passed, but he clearly made enough of an impact for audiences to remember him. I know I did. Number 5. What did they do to Miranda? When the series first aired in the late 90s, Miranda was a breath of fresh air.
I want to enjoy my success, not apologize for it.
Bravo, honey, bravo.
She was a strong, confident woman who never apologized for taking up space in the world. She knew what she liked and didn't care what anyone else thought.
I'm a 34-year-old single woman living in New York. I drink coffee and have sex and buy pies and enjoy battery-operated devices. If you can't deal with that, I will find another housekeeper who can.
And she was often the voice of reason among the core 4, too. So we have to ask, what on earth happened? Every decision she's made in the revival just seems so off-brand from the no-nonsense powerhouse we remember.
I saw myself and heard myself, and now I want to get as far away from here as possible. What is happening right now?
I have no idea. I really don't.
Now, rather than cheer in her corner, many of her scenes just make us cringe. We're not even sure if 1998 to 2010 Miranda would recognize this character if she met her today.
Is there a problem?
I don't know. Is there?
Did you have something you'd like to say to me in private?
I don't know that it needs to be in private.
Number 4. Justice for Samantha. When we learned that the series would be returning without Samantha, we were curious to see how they'd handle her absence. The answer? Pretty poorly. Samantha was undoubtedly the fiercest and most loyal friend. And now they're asking us to believe that she's shallow enough to ditch her friends and move abroad over a paycheck.
Look, I understand that she was upset, but I thought I was more to her than an ATM.
You are. She was embarrassed.
So embarrassed she took a job and moved to London?
This is the same Samantha who didn't judge Carrie for her affair, who offered to lend her money, and who took charge after Biggs stood her up at the altar. She's simply not the kind to hold a grudge.
There. And I cannot believe that you would judge me after everything that we've been through.
Fans also thought that this shady explanation was a bit too close to home given all the behind-the-scenes drama.
They were the best of friends on HBO's hit show Sex and the City. But in real life, Samantha and Carrie are far from.
Number 3. The degradation of Steve Brady. Another inconsistency that's enraged the fans is the treatment of Steve Brady.
I'll have another glass of wine, please.
Are you allowed to talk to me like that?
Yeah, I think I am. Enjoy.
Back in the day, he was a witty, fun-loving goofball and generally just a likable character. But in the revival, the Steve we know and love is nowhere to be seen. Instead, he's been replaced by a bumbling sad sack that seems to have aged much faster than everyone else.
You know, you got me so freaking distracted when you're yelling at me about the squash guy. I left my wallet over with a pickle guy who used to be over in that corner.
To make matters worse, until episode 8, he's pretty much treated like an oblivious, inept, and passive bystander. Or just as an afterthought to serve Miranda's chaotic story arc. As far as the fans were concerned, the writers did Steve dirty.
You don't think that I'm enough, then I'm kind of enough, and then I'm not enough again?
Much like many viewers, if the show does return for a second season, we want justice for Steve. Number 2, how did Carrie retrieve her Fendi? Since the series began, fashion-loving viewers have kept a close eye on Carrie's fierce accessorizing game. So it didn't take long for them to notice a certain Fendi bag.
It's a baguette.
Let me have it.
Baguette in episode 3 of the revival. But hang on a minute, isn't that the same purse she was carrying when she got mugged on Sex and the City?
Somebody stop him! He took my strappy sandals! Oh, please, somebody, oh, gross!
So how does one get their hands on another baguette from Fendi's Fall/Winter 1999-2000 collection? Did someone find it and return it? Or did the muggers suddenly have a change of heart? Somehow, Fashionista and Purse were reunited. Or maybe she bought or was given another one?
God, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for coming.
I can't believe he took your shoes.
I know.
Although, we do have to wonder if she ever tracked down her favorite pair of strappies too. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Miranda's affair with Che. Miranda's affair with Che has pretty much been the talk of the season. But wait a minute, wasn't it Miranda who said this?
It's the cheating part. The behind my back part, the violation of the trust. That's what's killing me.
Yeah, we recall her being pretty devastated when the shoe was on the other foot. So what's changed?
What could you possibly have to say that could make it any better?
Miranda, please. It was just that one time.
You broke us! You broke us! What we had is broken!
Is it okay now because she's the one cheating? Or does an unhappy marriage simply mean infidelity will be involved? Perhaps she's simply accepted that sometimes people slip up. Although, is it a slip up when she seemingly shares more screen time with Che than her husband?
It is an affair. That's what it is.
It is not an affair.
No matter what the reasoning, this isn't at all in line with the Miranda we once rooted for.
I want you to be happy. But I don't know what else you think is out there.
She deserved better, Steve deserved better, and quite frankly, the audience deserved better too. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.